Family First is on board with the ARC policy vision and looks forward to giving expression to these ideas in the Australian political discourse as the party seeks to have people of virtue, principle, courage and character elected to the state and federal parliaments.
What do we put forward as a vision on the family policy front to facilitate the, what would you call it, the encouragement and the maintenance of long-term monogamous couples who are child-centered, and to make increasing the birth rate part of that policy, to put policies in place that would support long-term stable monogamous families, two-parent families, and child-centered. You know, because in the West, because we're very immature, we think that the purpose of a marriage is the happiness of the people who are involved in the marriage, the husband and the wife. And that's just not the purpose of marriage at all. The purpose is long-term facilitation of their psychological and spiritual development and the establishment of an environment that's beneficial to children. That's a responsible way of thinking about it. And so we need to have a serious conversation about what that means. And, you know, it's tricky because, like, I think the ideal has to be long-term committed monogamous heterosexual relationships.
Well, that was the incredible Dr. Jordan Peterson, the convener of next week's Alliance for Responsible Citizenship conference in London, talking about family policy and the sort of vision that is wanting to be put forth at this conference. Now, imagine a world where money is not a constraint when it comes to childcare. Picture a 5-star rated daycare with intellectually stimulating toys and an adventure playground where children can thrive. Now, surprisingly, most parents in the United Kingdom, when asked, wouldn't choose this option, and I bet they wouldn't choose it in Australia either. Their primary desire is to spend more quality time with their young children. Now, in a paper entitled "Who Cares? The Real Cost of Childcare," authors Louise Perry, Fiona McKenzie and Ellen Pasternak argue that parents driven by love and deep attachment are the best qualified caregivers for their children. Their paper, which has been developed ahead of next week's Alliance for Responsible Citizenship Forum in London, emphasises that caring for children goes beyond meeting their basic physical needs and should prioritise providing them with love, security, recognition and value. The paper contends that children thrive when they are cared for by their parents, with other family members such as grandparents being the second best alternative. Society should prioritise caregiving and adjust secondary priorities like work and expenses accordingly. Unfortunately, modern life often places childcare as something to be squeezed between work schedules and financial pressures. The paper questions how society has allowed these secondary priorities to overshadow the importance of caring for children. It also critiques the government's subsidisation of formal institutionalised childcare, which, in the author's view, separates young children from their parents and forces parents to choose between work and care. The paper proposes several low-cost, simple solutions to create a culture of care and provide families with the freedom to choose how they care for their children.